Okay, so finally all the parts have dried up and they came out okay. Some of them I don't have to worry about, like this part here, because it's going to be covered and not viewed. And if it's not, I could always just paint it with a brush. But this one, pretty much all of these are done. I'm just going to review each and every one of them. But yeah, it came out okay. There's one thing that I wanted to point out, and maybe somebody noticed it in one of my video segments when I was talking about painting this kit. I wanted to show you guys a paint that I purchased that I thought would have been appropriate for this, and that is this. This is Mr. Metal Color from the Gundam line. Same type of paint that they use for this, the Mr. Hobby Colors. But this one, when I purchased it, I thought, oh, okay, cool, a metal-based color specifically for metal. I thought it was great. And as I was about to begin opening the cap and pouring it into my airbrush, I took a moment, I paused a moment, and then I said, is this a lacquer-based paint? I was under the impression it was. So I quickly went online and did a search on YouTube, on Google, and I came across a few links, and then I came across a YouTube video of this. When I clicked on it, it was to my surprise, it was Meccano Man who actually reviewed this paint, and it turns out that this is not the paint. This is not a paint that I thought it would be. Instead, when you spray this on kits, on parts, it comes out kind of foamy and matted until, and it says here in the bottle, I'm going to read it to you, shake well before use. After Mr. Metal Color is dry, brush it with a soft cloth. Basically, you have to buff this off parts, and it gives it that deep metallic look to it. I did not know this was like this, and I wasn't in the mood to start buffing all my parts. I could imagine it would have been well with solid parts, but with the inner frame where it's, all the nooks and crannies, and I'm going to be spending my time buffing, and it says there that after you buff it, Meccano Man says that after you buff it, you got to at least seal it with a sealer, otherwise you're going to have those fingerprints on it. I didn't see myself doing that now. I'll definitely work on, try this out for future kits. But at this point, I said I had to use metallic gray, so that way I can get through this. So, I have a cool product for future kits. These parts are done. Let's now begin assembly of the Master Grade Dark Titus. Alright, so now that everything is done, you could say, let's now begin assembling of the Titus. So first up we're going to work on is the body unit, and as you can see, this part is already taken care of. So the one thing that we need to start is at one point, which is where after you put in these two parts in, then you have the side armor, which slides into place like so. One there and one there. And then we have this black trim. It goes up like so. There we go. Then I had to take the pilot out and put him on. Now I'm going to put him back on again. But of course you will be annoying. You annoying pilot, you. So you will be shut. Stabbed. There we go. Stay there. The one thing I have to put on is this one, which is the trim of the emerald green. There we go. So it looks like that. So I'll just close them up and slide it in. Actually no, hang on a second. Before I put him in there, let me remove this. Put him in first. Then we take these two guys. And by the way, when you put the gold parts in, it has to be vent pointing down, not pointing up. So one then goes in there. The other one goes here. Snaps into place. Then you have this little part here that, oops, connects to this. And then the blue part. Butterfingers today. Okay. So it looks like this. Now this is the tricky part, which I didn't understand. This part here, you put these two and then I guess you gotta bend them down a bit so it looks like this. And then this one goes here, like so, I think. And then I take this and I stick them in like that. Is that right? No. Let's pull it out again. Try that one more time. So that goes like that. Let's flip it down like that. Then slide it in. Like so. And then we have... Ooh, we forgot something. I need this. Actually, you know what? Let's take this one, stick it in like that, and then put this one right over it. So it looks like that. And then I take this and this. Actually, no. Don't put it on yet. I think you need to put... Hang on a second. There we go. Snap that in. And then... I guess this one falls down like that. As some sort of connect. That. Then fold it up. Then close it up like that. So that way it comes out like that. Okay. I think I got everything done. So this one goes up here. Like so. Flip this to the back. Put these two parts in. Come on. The thruster part goes here. That's pretty cool. Slide him in. And then finally, I take this, slide it in like that. And slide this part here. And that pretty much completes the body of the Age-1 Titus. Or, as I would like to call it, Dark Titus. So far so good. Let's move on to the next part. Okay, so the next part, of course, is the head of the Titus. The head has already been pre-done in many aspects, especially the inner frame, as you could see here. And of course I put on the decals for the eyes and the emblem. So let's put this on and see what we got here. This one goes right there. And then this one goes through here. Then we have the face mask. There we go. And then we put the side parts here and here. Okay. And then we have this part that you want to hook it up from the back first, then push it in like so. And then finally you put the front part of the V-fin, and then this round part, which I think you want to make sure that this part is facing up. Then just carefully slide it in until it snaps into place. And there you have it. The Dark Titus's face is now complete. And this is kind of cool how, because it normally the face of the Titus would have a red trim here, but with the black it looks really nice, very nice. Oh boy, can't wait until it finally completes. Alright, let's move on to the next part.